hitting my first milestone of like 10K a month. Like I made $1,000 in a day before. That wasn't crazy, but hitting 10K a month, it just kind of proved it to me that it was actually possible. I was working 3 jobs before we started working together. I was making like maybe 4 to 5K per month, and I didn't really like the life I was living. I just got out of a relationship, so it was like a really tough time. I've scaled my business to $450,000 a year. Life is just a lot better than what it was.
Take me back 4 months ago. Like, what was your day-to-day life actually?
It was really centered around the gym. My big thing was like going to the gym like every day, like, and I didn't really have much business stuff going on. Like I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always wanted to get into business, but like I was just working a bunch. I was a CrossFit coach. I was working a plumbing job, and then I was doing like reselling on Depop. So I was just selling clothes. And so it was just really centered around the gym, and then like working for somebody else, which I hated because I knew I didn't want to do that. I saw kids like my age, like I'm 17, but I saw kids that are making like, I don't know, $100,000 a month at 16 years old. And it's like, how are you doing that? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Because not only did you hit 10, we got you to like 20 and then 30 and then almost 40. Like, how did it actually feel like each one of those each step away?
Every time I saw like, oh, I make $30,000 a month, I make $100,000. I always believed like it didn't exist until I met people like you. I was working a ton. I had long hours. I wasn't making the amount of money I wanted to make. And now it's completely flipped. I'm making 40K a month, which is like pretty decent. And I like can take trips whenever I want. I have met so many entrepreneurs. I made so many connections in the program and outside of the program. Like, I don't know, I'm just living the life that I've always dreamt of living, but I never knew how, you know what I mean? I tried so many business models, and I think for me, like I never actually sat down on one. Like everything works, obviously.
Yeah.
But like switching between everything constantly and not doing something that was genuinely fulfilling. And for me, like I liked going to the gym. So I got started on fitness coaching. And then from there, you got me to the point where I could help other people.
Did you feel like there was like one moment like before you started that was like you got him, not rock bottom, but like a moment that you hit where you said like enough is enough, I need to actually find someone and invest in them regardless of what it takes?
There was a moment where I was like, it switched for me, and it was like, dude, I had $2 in my bank account at the time, took a loan out, and I went thousands of dollars into debt, and I knew like if I didn't make this work, I'm cooked. And that was the biggest push. That was the biggest decider for me.
Today's video, we're gonna basically break down River's transformation so far, not just in the program, but with coaching as a whole. So for those of you who don't know, who are you and what do you do?
My name is River, and I help online fitness coaches make more money.
Yeah, and what was the total transformation so far we've made working together? Both business and life.
Life-wise, like, I mean, I was working 3 jobs before we started working together. I was making like maybe 4 to 5K per month, and I didn't really like the life I was living. I just got out of a relationship, so it was like a really tough time. And then business-wise, where I've actually scaled to, like, I mean, I've scaled my business to $450,000 a year, and I don't know, I just like life a lot more. I take trips out to Florida now whenever I want because I can, like to hang out with people like you. I've made a ton of connections, and I'm going to Bali with a bunch of guys like coming up soon. So life is just a lot better than what it was.
Yeah. And how's life actually feeling now? Like hitting this point where you're able to do it? Like, what did it feel like actually like hitting that first milestone?
I think for me, like I've always been in business like my entire life, but hitting my first milestone of like 10K a month. Like I made $1,000 in a day before. That wasn't crazy, but hitting 10K a month, it just kind of proved it to me that it was actually possible. Like for the longest time in business, like every time I saw like, oh, I make $30,000 a month, I make $100,000. I always believed like it didn't exist until I met people like you. And it felt amazing when I hit my first $10,000 a month because like I believed in it. It was real.
Yeah. And then how did it feel like, because not only did you hit 10, we got you to like 20 and then 30 and then almost 40. Like, how did it actually feel like each one of those each step away?
You know what? It felt less cool. Like, I mean, I know I'll be happy once we scale me to 100K at the end of this month, but I think the biggest thing for me is just improving constantly. And I feel like even yesterday, I made $4,500 in a day. Yeah. And we had a conversation, and I was like, dude, it was cool, but like I don't feel like insane about it. Like I didn't do a 10K day. And me 6 months ago would have never said anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like 4K is some people's monthly salary.
I made it in a day.
Yeah. And the fact that you made it in a day that didn't feel like anything, it shows like how much you've changed like as a person in whole. So take me back, man. Take me back to like 4 months ago. Like what was your day-to-day life actually like?
It was really centered around the gym. My big thing was like going to the gym like every day, like, and I didn't really have much business stuff going on. Like I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always wanted to get into business, but like I was just working a bunch. I was a CrossFit coach. I was working a plumbing job, and then I was doing like reselling on Depop. So I was just selling clothes.
Yeah.
From like middlemans, and so it was just really centered around the gym, and then like working for somebody else, which I hated because I knew I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, where did that leave you? Like, Was it you were working like a ton of hours? Like, what was it like?
Lack of fulfillment. Like I knew I wanted to do something else.
Yeah.
But I think social media kind of brainwashed me with money. Like the big thing was like, oh, 10K months, 10K months. And like, it was just unfulfilling. I saw kids like my age, like I'm 17, but I saw kids that are making like, I don't know, $100,000 a month at 16 years old. And it's like, how are you doing that? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I think one of the worst things people get to the mindset of they see so many people do it. So they think like, I'm going to get there eventually. But then because they're so confident that they're going to get there eventually, they never actually take stuff to do that.
Literally.
They never take the step to actually get new information, get new stuff. Like they'll be like, oh, like I'm already doing this. I'm confident. I know I'm going to be a millionaire one day. I don't have to worry about it today.
Yeah.
But if you don't worry about it today, you're not going to get there. And a lot of people like do it, but every single business they run, like even full on coaching businesses, they run it like a glorified side muscle. Like until you're genuinely at like 40, 50, 100K a month, you're still running it like a side hustle. You still don't have anyone working for you. You're still like just like doing work kind of when you feel like it. Even if you have your day scheduled, like you're not running a business until you have a team.
Literally.
And now we have you at the point where like you have a team behind you, like you're able to actually scale to the 100K months. Like,
yeah. And I can kind of just like, I don't have to always be on the business. You know what I mean? Like even being on the strip, I've been making a ton of money, but like we haven't been working a ton, like maybe 4 hours, 6 hours a day.
Yeah. So like, it's not like slacking, but just a lot of chill. A
Yeah.
lot of chilling, less spending time. And like, I think really focusing on like, not like kind of switching your mindset from like, you have to work more or do more inputs to make more money when that's not how it is.
Yeah. You just work smarter.
Yeah. You generally just work smarter, have a team behind you, have everything like that everything that is going to push you forward without you actually doing anything. Like that's actually what you need to do. And like, what struggles or like things did you face then that you don't face anymore?
I think scarcity for my future, like being scared that I'm not ever going to figure it out. I'm never going to make the money that I wanted to make or live the life I wanted to. And just like lack of direction. Like I tried so many business models. And I think for me, like I never actually sat down on one. Like everything works, obviously.
Yeah.
But like switching between everything constantly and not doing something that was genuinely fulfilling. And for me, like I liked going to the gym. So I got started on fitness coaching. And then from there, you got me to the point where I could help other people
So
scale.
0 of the 20K a month you hit your first month. And then now to the point you are now, like 3 months later.
Yeah. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
In 4 months, I went from being a coach to helping coaches.
Yeah. You went from not being a coach.
Literally.
To being a coach.
Yeah.
To helping coaches. Did you feel like there was like one moment like before you started that was like you got him, not rock bottom, but like a moment that you hit where you said like enough is enough. I need to actually find someone and invest in them regardless of what it takes.
No, I was really, so there wasn't like a rock bottom moment, but there was a moment where I was like, it switched for me. And it was like when I was going to the gym a lot, I was working out a ton. Like I knew that I was like in really good shape and I looked really good, but I just didn't know what to do with it. Like, so you reached out to me because I was posting content on like influencer content. You reached out to me, you messaged me, we had a call, and dude, I had $2 in my bank account at the time, took a loan out and I went thousands of dollars into debt. And I knew like, if I didn't make this work, I'm cooked. And that was the biggest push. That was the biggest decider for me, being like, I've invested into a program. The accountability is there. Now I have to stick with this. And this is something that I have to make work.
Yeah. Cause it's not a cheap program, bro.
No,
It's not a cheap program. Like what was kind of going through your head there when you were like sitting on the call? Was it like what was it like?
you were just talking to me like a friend, and you actually wanted to see, like, you actually wanted to see if you wanted, or if I wanted to make it work. And like, seeing that and seeing how like personable you were, and like you weren't trying to sell me on anything, you were just like seeing if I'd even be a good fit. I was like, dude, this is something I have been wanting to do. I'm posting content on social media, so it's like, why not just take the opportunity? I have it right in front of me.
Yeah. And you're even in a further step back than most people are now. Like typically only work through who already have stuff established and everything like that. So the fact that you were able to go so quickly, like from 0 to 20 to 30 to 40, like in that short of a time, like it's just because like you actually took a step forward. You didn't look for the cheap options. You didn't look for like the easy thing. Like, I'm not going to spend anything, bro. You went for the expensive option because you knew it was going to get you there.
Yeah, literally. And like when I started, I had no clue on what I was doing. And you're like, oh, everything's going to be done for you. And I was like, really? So I was like, okay.
Yeah. Did you have any like doubts before you joined?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like it wasn't going to work. Dude, for the entire 2 weeks of the first month, I made no money. Yeah. And just because I was setting up my offer and everything. And then we had a conversation where I was like, dude, I don't think this is going to work. Like this isn't, I don't even know what I was saying. I'm scared or I'm nervous. And you told me, like, why are you thinking like the person you are now instead of thinking like the person you're trying to be in the next 6 months, making 20, 30K a month? And I've even surpassed that now once I started thinking like that person.
Yeah, like you're on the point, you're doing the inputs, right? You're doing the inputs, you're doing what you should be doing to run a business, but your mindset was not there yet, for one, and you were still operating like someone who's broke.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're operating like the past, like genuinely the past self, and as like mumbo jumbo it is, it goes for everyone. Like for me, in order to get to 100K a month, I had to start acting differently and thinking differently than I was at 50.
Yeah.
Right? And it's gonna be the same thing for you, and that's why it's cool. We're spending 2 weeks together, 3 weeks together almost. And the biggest thing for you is going to be genuinely the mindset, like seeing how I operate and thinking differently, like just outside of like the informational side of things. How do you feel like just being around people has kind of changed it for you?
Like being around people like you.
Yeah, just being around entrepreneurs, being around everything, because like before you didn't have anyone around you, and now you're in not just program with me, but in program you have other coaches, you have everything. But like, what is it actually like you're out here for a week?
Dude, like it's been insane. People would pay crazy money for shit like this. Like even just watching you, like, even just watching you operate and how you work, and like making me do meditation in the morning, even though I don't want to, and sit in the cold water is like, dude, I don't want to do that. But like that's what you have to do. You have to do the small little things. You have to do hard things to get there. And actually realizing that it's not all just like social media propaganda is like it's really cool and it's eye opening.
Yeah. What was like the biggest like kind of change that you think like at the start that it was like unexpected? You're like, wow, this is like more than I expected, or like what do you think that was?
Just believing I could get to 100K.
Really? You just didn't believe it before?
Yeah.
What opened your eyes for?
Seeing how you operate, and when we did our breakdown like of my entire program, and we like mapped out how I was going to get there. Like you literally set it to the point where it's like basically guaranteed as long as I do the inputs.
Yeah.
So
yeah, 100%.
That I think that sort of changed it.
Yeah, I got a few questions that I really want to ask you, but I guess like when you started, or even after you started, because like your first month you went pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
Even after your first month, like what do you think the biggest problem that you faced was that we kind of solved for you to take you to even the next level?
Just my lead quality, definitely. Like my content was, I think my first bit of content was really good because I had people that were following me before. But then once I went through all of those people that were following me, then I didn't really have anybody else to reach out to.
Yeah.
So fixing my content and my lead quality was huge for me because then I had more people to reach out to.
And like, what was kind of the change that you made to fix that?
I think
Probably a lot of things.
Yeah, there was a lot of things. Maybe just like setting my offer in stone and knowing who I'm actually calling out to, like the product market fit thing we did.
Yeah, that's huge.
Being able to talk to like a certain person or a certain avatar, like I wasn't doing that. Like I was just like, if you want to lose weight, but then when I niched down to like people trying to improve their lives because they're dealing with confidence issues and whatever else, like I think actually speaking to that person directly brought everybody else in.
Yeah, where people underestimate market research a
Yeah.
lot, like a ton. Like we go to the point where it's like every single month we're updating like an entire market research doc. I have every single part of my team, like my creative director, my editor, setter, all of them also do market research.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting in the DMs and he's keeping list of every objection someone says, like everything completely. My editor and like creative director, he's like going out and like looking at other content to see what we can do to perform. Like it goes a lot more in depth than people think.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
And that's the thing that you realized too when you joined. It was like you thought it was all sunshine and rainbows, and then like you got to the point where like you were doing good, and then to get to the next point, you're like, wow, I know nothing. Right?
Yeah,
and
literally.
that's when we, boom, had to take you to the next
We
level.
got to put that graph on screen where it's like your
Yeah,
confidence
yeah.
level, and then
Yeah. The graph where it's like you think you're doing amazing, and as soon as you figure out enough information, you think you knew less than before you started, and then you have to work your way. Your way back up. But I guess if you can go back and talk to yourself, like not even at the start, but even just like 1 month ago, 2 months ago, like your first month of program, like because already then you were still making like 10, 20K a month. Like what would you say to them now? Because you've already doubled business since then.
just keep doing the inputs. Like
Yeah.
if I can go 2 months ago from making 20K a month to 40, in 2 months I'm gonna go to 80.
Yeah.
If I just keep doing the inputs and doing the things I'm supposed to do and like applying the things that I learned.
Yeah. What do you think like some of the biggest things you've actually learned? Because obviously like inputs is important, but just doubling the amount of like posts you do, it's not sustainable in long term.
True.
You know what I mean? So like what do you feel like it's gonna change like systems wise or process wise for you?
Being more intentional about everything I do. Like not just posting content to post it, but posting it to, like I said, talk to a certain person, or posting it to talk to somebody's pain or belief, like just structuring my content in a way where it like runs on a system.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we're so systematized.
Yeah.
Like you see how like every single meeting I have, every single thing, it's all recorded. It's all like clipped up by someone else. It's all fully edited.
Yeah.
And it's super strategic where like nothing I do isn't like infinitely scalable.
Yeah. What did you say? One to one.
It's like, yeah, it's like before you were working where everything you do is 1-to-1, right? Like trying to get better at sales, trying to get better at like posting more. Like if you post one more video, it's 1-to-1, right? But if you have a team behind you, right, which we built out for you, and if you actually have leverage, if you have the systems behind you, everything that you do is 1 to infinity.
Yeah.
Like everything I do, none of it is 1-to-1. Nothing I do can only get one outcome. It can get so many outcomes. Instead of actually getting better at sales, okay, we're going to record one team call. We're going to record one sales call or something, clip that into 5 different videos we can post out, handle objections for an infinite amount of people. Like you just have to think of it properly. And that's the thing, like that I think even just a month ago or 2 months ago, like you weren't doing, right?
Yeah.
But it was because like you're kind of a funny situation. You're starting from 0 and we still got you 20K months.
Yeah.
Right. And now it's like, okay, now we have to focus not just on the inputs of the business, but like how to actually think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So how did your like day-to-day life change?
It wasn't that crazy, not gonna lie. I did a little bit more business. I mean, like in the beginning I was doing like 12-hour days, and then now I'm doing like 4 to 6 because I had that team behind me. My day, like, are you talking about my day-to-day life in the beginning or now?
Before you joined, yeah.
Before I joined, I was just, I was working a ton. I had long hours. I wasn't making the amount of money I wanted to make.
Yeah.
And now it's completely flipped. I'm making 40K a month, which is like pretty decent. And I like can take trips whenever I want. I have met so many entrepreneurs. I made so many connections in the program and outside of the program. Like, I don't know, I'm just living the life that I've always dreamt of living, but I never knew how. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do anyone like have you noticed people around you have like noticed you differently? Like family or anything like that? Yeah,
definitely. My family, like my grandparents are super proud. Before like working a job, like 3 jobs at once, they were really worried about me like burning out and getting tired. And I think when I quit those jobs to go all in on this, they're even more worried.
Yeah.
But now that they've seen it work, they're just super proud. Like,
how did they like react? I kind of have a prediction about how did they react like the first time you started making money versus now? Like when you first joined the program, you started making your first bit of money. Like how were they reacting?
Like it wasn't real. Like they were like, it's not sustainable. It's not long term. Like just be careful, save your money. But now it's kind of just like I'm on my own. They believe me. They've seen it. They know it's real.
Yeah. Like at the start, it's always like, oh my God, like it's insane. And then even them, it gets normal for them too, where it's like, oh, you just make that much money,
bro. I told my grandma yesterday, like 4 days into April, I've made $16,000, and she went, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. When I called my mom and told her. When I called my mom and told her I had my first like 45K week, she was like, "Oh my gosh, like that's insane." But then like I continued on and I hit 100K that month, and I was going to like I even wanted to record. I wanted to show her the reaction, and she was like, "Well, I mean, yeah, I hope so." Like she was not surprised whatsoever. But I think like that first time when you hit that huge number that you can't even dream of, like 50K, 100K, like when you really do that and you kind of tell people, like that's a feeling that I hope for everyone.
Yeah.
That I genuinely hope for everyone. And I think today, even you like watching how I kind of run my business, like what are some of the things that you see me do that you're like, I just hope I can experience the same thing.
So you have a video coming out. I guess it'll be out by the time the YouTube video is out, but essentially you paid off Alexa, one of your team members, his program to help him get better at his job.
His debt so he could get better at
You spent like what, 5K?
Yeah, on his,
Yeah, and I think just watching that and realizing that because you paid off Alexa's program, he was able to pay for his friend's surgery who is really sick. You've not only changed Alexa's life, not having to have him pay 5K for that, but you've changed the person's life that was in surgery and maybe saved their life. And like seeing that, it was like, oh my gosh, that's what I want to do. Or like when you called your mom and you told her, what video was it? You told her, she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud.
Yeah. When I was like tracking 100K at my first 45K week, and then when I hit it, she didn't even care.
Yeah. So you had your first 45K week. You told your mom like about everything, and like in my life, like you know this, but I'll just say it for the camera. Like I don't live with my parents. I live with my grandparents. So like a big thing for me is like my mom was an entrepreneur when I was younger, and making her proud is a big thing in my life. So like seeing that video, it made me super emotional to be like, this is what I need. I need to help everyone around me. I want to help my family around me. I want to help my mom around me. And it's just like super inspirational. It's like a really deep thing for me. So being able to help others, it's a big thing.
Yeah. Bro, I love it. And I think that's what money's all about, bro.
Yeah.
At the start, it's like you have to, like, you want it so bad. You're chasing numbers. And then you get to a point where it's like you make enough money where it's like more money won't really help you.
Yeah.
And when you get to that point, you need kind of a bigger reason, which is going to be a huge thing for you. Like really dialing on like why you're actually doing it, right? And setting yourself kind of goals, like not financial wise, but like goals outside of that. Which can, like speaking of goals, we've already brought you so far. Like it's 20K a month in the first month, now at 40. Like where do you see yourself like with this program or like just with business in general? Because joining like 3 to 6 months down the line, or 6 to 12.
3 months down the line, I want to be doing 100 collected consistently. 12 months down the line, I want like 3 to 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with like, bro, you got the information to do it.
Yeah.
You know that I'm gonna keep improving the program. Bro, the program's already improved insane since you've joined.
Yo, I know. In like 2 months.
Yeah, bro. We're always adding something. And if someone was watching this, like in the same exact position you were, even just like a month ago, 2 months ago, like what do you think that you'd say though?
Just start. Like if you're on the fence about it, like the best thing you can do is to actually start and not like try and figure it out like every little piece of information before you do, because you will never feel ready and you will never have all of the information in the world.
Yeah.
But the successful people, the people that like genuinely make it, they take action and they figure it out along the way. Like there isn't waiting. It's just like implementation. You just as fast as possible.
Yeah, which, bro, is something I'm extremely like I'm so for that. I invested into over $65,000 worth of programs in the first 3 months of the year. You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
You've seen already what it's done for me, and I'm gonna continue to keep doing it like over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I hope you do too, right? I hope that you're able to like consistently take yourself further and further and further, and you like look at a number and you're like, okay, yeah, this might be like 100K, but like, do I genuinely think it's gonna help me? And if it will, and if it'll help me make more than 100K, like why would you not do it?
Literally.
And that's genuinely how I look at it. Like, I have days, like I told you before, I spent 30K and I didn't even realize it, but it's because I was just doing investments. I was like, oh yeah, like this would 100% help me. This would help me. This would help me. And like, I'm not upset about it. Like, yeah, I was like 30K. Oh my gosh, I spent 30K, but I didn't even realize it because you get to a point where you're able to do that, right? You're able to just take the money you have. And it's like video game currency at that point.
Yeah. I call it V-Bucks.
Yeah, you literally just use it to make more. And like knowing what you know now, like what do you think you would have done sooner?
I probably would have reached out to invest into something. Like,
Yeah,
100%. I think it's changed my life more than I know. I mean, for me, like I went from 0 to 40K in 4 months. I saw you do your worst month ever, and then 4 months later scale to 100K a month.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy that other people's information can affect you so greatly, because everybody's got different information and everybody's got different ways of doing it.
Yeah, bro. What's been the favorite part of the program for you?
Probably just like the community to back it up with it,
Really?
and then obviously like the relationship we've grown.
Yeah. What about the community? Like people, team members, like how we talk, like how?
Yeah, the people in the community. Like, I mean, I've formed a lot of great relationships with the guys, and like sitting in the lounge and just like working while bullshitting, like with our cameras on or whatever. Like just having people like having people around me that are like fun, but they're also driven to do the exact same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my life, like there is no entrepreneurs in my life. I'm from like a really small town, and everybody's like, you get a job, or you go to college, you get a job, and you retire. But like,
Yeah.
being around these guys, it's like, no, we're gonna make money fitness coaching. We're gonna make money running something online, and it's just like so nice to have that group push me forwards.
100%. 100%. Bro, the lounge is one of my favorite parts as well, and it's something so many people have been like implementing like into their programs, which is like, I think that's
So
absolutely
you're a trendsetter.
yeah, absolutely crazy. Yeah, and if someone like was on the fence about joining, like, what do you think you would tell them?
I went from 0 to 40K in 4 months.
Yeah,
I think you know what to do. Like,
yeah, bro, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's been an insane journey with you, and I'm excited to do it. We're still got 2.5, 3 weeks together.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
3
head out
weeks.
to Miami, see a ton of other people who are doing absolutely insane. There are people doing more than me out there. People doing closer to you. Where do you see yourself just after that? Like after this month, where do you see yourself?
at 100K.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, especially, I saw myself at 100K spending the time with you, not knowing I'm going to spend it with entrepreneurs that are making 100, 200, 500K a month. That's unheard of in my world. Like
Yeah.
even 10K a month is like crazy where I live. So getting outside of my small town, going to Florida, going to Miami, there's no reason for me not to be at 100K a month learning from those guys and learning from you.
Yeah. And like the biggest thing is like people don't realize this, you don't get this from a cheap program. Like you're not going to get this from a cheap program because the people who are going to be in a cheap program are going to be cheap people, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be making a insane amount of money. Nobody's going to be like willing to just like take the risk and go because they were joining a more expensive program.
Literally.
Like you're in this because like you've seen already, we're raising prices almost every month, bro.
Yeah,
Like literally every month. And because of that, we're getting better and better people.
exactly.
Like, what is your kind of view on that? Like, do you feel like if someone wants to start, they should just join a cheap one, or do you think they should take the risk and like go for a hefty one because they know they're going to be around people?
Go for a hefty one, but then take control of it. The only reason I'm sitting here with you is because I implemented as fast as I possibly could.
Yeah.
And I performed like extremely well.
Yeah.
Because I put in the work. Don't join a program if you're not going to put in the work. That's like,
Yeah.
that's such a dumb thing to do. But if you believe that you can actually fulfill on making money, then go for it, bro. Why would you go for the cheap option if you know that the 20, 30, 50K a month program, whatever it is going to make you a 10x return on your investment compared to joining like $100 a month program?
Yeah. Yeah. I think like the people who are like, who always get stuff, always get burnt are the ones that look at like a 3K or even a 5K investment, 7.5, and they think that's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, is that a lot? Like compared to what? Compared to how much you make right now.
Yeah.
Right. But if you want to be making 100K a month, bro, invest in a 30K program, like invest in 25K program. And obviously like you need to invest in things that like, nah, bro, not even that. I've invested in programs before that were 10x what I made a month.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
And because I did that, because I did the rest, it put so much pressure on me that I literally had to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I literally had to do it. And entrepreneurs are going to like that when you take a risk, right?
Literally.
Because they're going to put more into you.
Yeah. And going back to even what I said earlier that you taught me, like, if you want to go to 100K a month, and if you were making 100K a month, would you be scared to make a 20K investment? No. Yeah. So why are you thinking like yourself now if you want to become that person in the future?
Yeah. And so what if you don't have 20K now? Like, so
figure it out. You'll make it.
Yeah. It's like the analogy of like, if you have a Lamborghini, if I told you, like you took a Lamborghini, I told you I'll give it to you for 10K, you do whatever you can to find 10K.
Literally.
Like, you can find the money if you want to. Do you actually want to change your life? Do you actually want to find stop with the cheap information you can find on YouTube. Stop with the cheap people who like the community. Nobody even talks to each other.
Yeah.
Right. And go into a place that like, you have the top tier information. You know that the person who runs it is actually going to give you all of it. You actually have a community. Like, what level of community? We were staying with me for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like in a different country.
Nobody does that, bro.
Right. Like it's a level of like actual community that nobody has. And I didn't have it either. When I first started entrepreneurship, nobody around me did it. Right. But the only reason I got to this point is because like my very first mentorship, I invested in a 3K mentorship when I only had $300. And as soon as that, boom, then the next mentorship I invested in was like 10, right? And then it was like 25, and then it was 40. And I just keep investing higher. And like, so what if I don't have the money yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Do whatever you can to get that, because it is going to make you back if you're the type of person who works.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not a risk. And people are like looking for a guarantee. The only guarantee is that like, if you do not take the step, you're guaranteed to stay the same. But if you actually take the step, then you're guaranteed to be closer. And even if the program sucks and it doesn't even get you there, it's the decision making that you just proved yourself you can do that will get you there always. Right?
Yeah.
It will get you there always.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if you join the program and like, even if you only got half what you did, do you think that you would have regretted doing it, or you told your old self to not invest?
No. Because I would have just invested in the next mentorship with like, let's say I made 10K my first month. I would have just used that. I still got a return.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what you gotta do, bro.
Yeah.
So you gotta do it. And bro, look at us now. Good thing you did.
In Florida. This is my first time in the US.
Yeah, bro. That's actually insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Well, I think that this was pretty good interview. It really highlighted and I think it's gonna inspire a lot of people, because
I hope so.
yeah, bro.
That's the goal.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think my last question for you is like, how do you now view business as that you didn't ever view business as before?
Like a business and not a side hustle. You can't just do the bare minimum. You can't just put in like minimal effort and expect crazy returns like you see on social media. I promise you, like all the guys driving the nice cars and living the lifestyle, like they didn't just like
They put in work.
yeah, what? Like they didn't just put in like a couple hours a day to make a bunch of money. No, they got in that grind mode and they grinded out until they got a team behind them and they didn't have to anymore. You need to get to that point where you're making 20K a month and get out of it. Use that 20K a month to put yourself in a position where you don't have to be working 12 to 16 hours a day.
And as soon as you are, like if you're making 5 figures a month, that's the amount of time that if you do not have a team behind you, bro, you're burning money.
Yeah.
You're genuinely burning money. A proper team behind me is what took me from like 30K a month to 100, and managing my team properly even more, right? And locking in on that, that's what's going to take me to 200, 300.
Yeah.
All right. At the point of this interview's out, who knows what I'm going to be at? You know,
Literally.
who knows what we're going to be at? This is our third interview now.
It's crazy.
Third interview in 4 months.
First one was me making, what was that?
Like you joined the program and immediately you're doing like 6K a week.
Yeah, 6K
Like,
a week,
your first month.
20K a month,
Yeah. Yeah.
40K a month.
Yeah.
Next one,
So
100K a month.
that sounds going to be 100.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, to answer your question, I think leverage.
Like how so?
Just leveraging, like outsourcing everything you possibly can and not working in the business, but working on the business.
Yeah. And outsourcing properly, bro. Because
Yeah.
what people do, they're like, oh, I need to get a setter. And then they just they look in their DMs and they find someone who's pitching them, or they look on Fire for an editor. Like, no, bro, we source every single, like for you, it's like, I want a new editor. Okay, boom, we're going to source them from like the top editing like schools out of the country. We're going to get it to you the same day.
Yeah.
For a setter, it's like, okay, I'm going to give you the same setter that like my setter, the same setter, like the program my setter came from.
Yeah.
Right. That I paid 25K just to place a setter.
Yeah.
And now we're like placing for you guys. And like, not only that, but teaching you how to manage already, bro. Already you had the like I think it was like a day after you had yours, it was like you were about to kick him off because you felt like it wasn't like a good fit. But in reality, it was simply just like I was harsh with you. It's like it's management. Like you're the problem. But I think because I called you out, like you can't call yourself out. You would have never known.
No.
Right. And that's the thing. People go through all these setters. They I have a setter, but he sucks. Right. Or I have an editor, but he sucks. It's probably that you suck. It's probably that you don't know how to manage a business.
Yeah.
Because all you know is to put in the work, put in the hours. But like your editor doesn't know how you want your video. He doesn't know, like your setters don't know like exactly what to set.
Yeah, especially if you just bring them on. Like
Right. And that's the problem. People get stuck in there. Like, I don't want to outsource anything because I'm afraid someone's not going to be able to do it at the same level I am. Yeah. It's because one, you're hiring trash people, and two, you don't even know how to do it.
Yeah, you gave me a full interview with my setter, with my editor. I just usually just pulled them on. Like I had an editor before when I was doing like TikTok, and I would just like find them on Fiverr and pay them $5 or whatever.
Yeah.
They were bad.
And before we can do the interview, like within the span of like 48 hours, okay, we're going to source them from the top programs, right? We are going to hop on calls with them. We're going to make sure they're dialed in. Then we are going to send them 12 pages of documents about you, all of your offer, all of your stuff. So they're dialed before they get to you. Like, you just can't compete. Like, how are you gonna go on your Instagram DM, someone reach out for you for a setting position where they already are doing sucky outreach.
Yeah, literally.
You're looking for a setter. Like, they're already proving themselves they suck. And then you're taking them on. Like, how are those two businesses going to compete?
Yeah, right?
They literally can't. They literally can't.
It's like a professionally sourced editor or somebody that's in your DMs like, hi, I'm
professionally sourced, trained,
Yeah.
managed. Yeah, like, it's terrible. But I think, getting you on the team and actually building out leverage. Like I told you at the start, it's like, okay, we're going to take you to the point you are going to need it. And we're going to take you further. And same thing, Diego. Diego joined like
he's been ripping.
Like 3 weeks ago. He joined 3 weeks ago. He's doing like 3 to 10K viewers a post. We took him in. The very first video he did was an outlier. After that, he's hit 100,000s and millions of views consistently on every video back to that. He's in like 10 million views in the last like week. And I told him, we're going to take you to the point where your content is good enough. You're going to need me to hire you on a team.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to upsell you and you're going to do it. And then he did. And then that's where we are, right? We just had the call. And like, we're going to be getting him on the setter, getting him on like an editor so he's not having to do it, build him out the leverage, just like I told him he's going to do.
Yep.
Right? But yeah, I think that's awesome, bro. Well, I'm going to say, like, I'm proud of you, bro. You've come a long way. Like, not even just business-wise. You've come a long way person-wise, right?
Yeah.
Like, you've come a long way person-wise. How do you feel like that's changed? Like, how do you see yourself differently as a person outside of just marketing?
I think just like I'm more put together now. Like, bro, I never dressed like this before. Like I don't know. I was like almost immature before I got into business. And I think business
Yeah.
grew me so much, not just like financially, but like as a person as well, in the way like of my mental, and the way I dress, and the way I present myself, the way I talk.
Yeah.
Or I just go about life with my days structured. Like everything is a lot more just like put together and set in stone.
Yeah. I love it. Well, I think that's a good time to wrap up the interview. Like I said, genuine, like I'm proud of the transformation you made. I know that these 3 weeks, they're going to be absolute fire. And we'll be documenting the whole thing. So you guys be ready, because we'll be documenting the entire journey of him actually scaling up. And we will see ya when he's at 100K.